All right, so let's check out part 2 of that custody dispute when the cops officially arrive and it doesn't really go her way. And once it doesn't go her way, the unhinged Karen unleashes.
I figure it out. I find her address, so I pull up to where my kid is at. I look in the door. She's shooing my kid into a room. I'm like, is my kid here? Is Rhea here? No. Is my child here? I'm looking in the window. I'm hearing my kid. And I'm like, is my daughter here? I see my kid walk out to come get me. She shoos her back in the room. So at that point, I'm kicking her door. I'm going to kick the door. Why are you kidnapping my kid? Why are you holding my kid hostage right now? She's trying to come to the door to get to me. And you're literally concealing my child from me. And her, Nicole, Eddie, and Tyrell, all three withheld information of where my child was at. I felt like my child was kidnapped at that goddamn point. I'm doing anything I can to get into that door. I couldn't get in, but as I'm like kicking on the door, I kicked their door handle off. Her husband, she was at the house by herself with my daughter and her 2 sons. Her husband, Eddie Rivera, came up out of his car and walked up to the front, and I walked away from the door, and he was nose to nose with me, and I'm like, you better get my kid out of that house.
He walked up to you, or you walked up to him?
He walked up to me, up nose to nose, because I walked away from the door, kind of met each other in the middle. He was nose to nose with me, and he's like, okay, Kana, I'll get her. And I'm like, you better get my kid right now. Like, you better get my goddamn kid. And you can't go through the front door because your door handle's broken off. You better go through the garage. He instantly gets pissed. She opens it up from the inside, and as soon as that door's opening, I'm going in there, and I grab my kid, and I didn't even step like a foot into the door. He has a Ring doorbell that I was ringing, so it should be capturing the freaking video evidence of it. I asked nicely at first for my child, and after like 10 times of asking where my child was and if my kid was in that room, she's holding my kid hostage. I did anything I could do to get into. I was trying to find something to bust through the door. There was nothing, so I used my foot.
So after the door opened, what happened?
I went in and I grabbed Rhea out and I put her on my right. He already walked in between me and her at that point as I'm grabbing Rhea from her, and I put her on my right hip, and he's like shoving me and I shove him, and then he slams me out the door. My slide gets stuck in the door and my arm gets like pinched in the door, and I don't know. And so
don't know at all?
Honestly, it was so fast, I really don't know.
When you came down here,
but I have on like court documents that were separated.
Yeah.
My EBT.
Yeah, that part's fine. I'm just finding out whether or not you guys
were
currently, either way, you guys at some point were legally married.
Yes.
Okay. So how'd you actually find out like where the kid was? Like, how did that?
I was texting one of my friends the whole time. I'm like, I don't know where my kid's at, and I said now she's with Nicole. She said, okay, I'll find her address. So she did her little FBI work that she does. She found her address and sent it to me, and I was already in the L section circling, looking for the house that I remember is theirs.
How'd you find out she's with Nicole?
I think after I called Tyrell after like the 15th time, he finally told me that she was with Nicole, and sent me a picture of her playing, all happy, and still wouldn't send me the address and let me know where my kid was at.
Okay. Because when you originally said you were withheld the information of who your child was with and how to contact them.
Do you want me to show you a text?
I saw a text, but now you're telling me that he's the one that told you who she was with and the contact number for her.
He withheld that information for over hours, yes.
Okay. We already established that every person you called was at work, right?
Every person that he said that would be watching my child was
at work.
Including
So it would be reasonable that if he's busy at work doing construction that he wouldn't be able to access his phone right away.
I would think that it's reasonable that he would answer the mother of his child whenever he hasn't seen his child in like years. You know, whenever she's calling.
When's the time he saw his kid?
April.
Of?
This year, but it was for like a little bit. But before then.
So it wasn't years, it was months ago. He's last saw his kid.
Yeah, but he hasn't been around her like that for years. He actually has never been around her like that.
Well, you just said he was deployed for 2 years, so I don't know unless he would go to whatever countries and see the kid. But since he's been back, you've seen the kid at least one other time other than today.
Once. Yeah, once.
So it hasn't been years since he saw the kid. He saw her recently. And you guys were in agreement that when you come down here, he's going to have the kid until December 7th or 8th, and that he would find a way, either a round-trip flight to bring her back to you or drive her.
That is correct. But we also had an agreement that who was going to be watching my child would be discussed between us. Not my kid. When I'm here, he said he had no other option on where she could go. I'm here. I could have been an option. He did not communicate with me at all.
So when you were gathering this information that you believe that, in your words, that she was kidnapped and information is being withheld, why didn't you contact the police?
I told him I was going to, but where am I going to send the police to?
The address is located.
As soon as I got that address, I was already in the L section. And I pulled up to her house to get my child. As civilly as possible, I knocked on the door. I asked if my child was there. As civilly as possible. As soon as I saw her keeping my kid hostage in a room, shit, I'm going ballistic.
Well,
I'm going ballistic. I don't care, and I'll charge them with kidnapping, 100%. And they're all accomplices.
There is no kidnapping right now because at this time he has a legal right to the child just as much as you do. He also has a right to have a babysitter for the child.
She wasn't with him. She was with.
So when you're in Tennessee, if you and your boyfriend are working and somebody needs to watch the kid, do you have to call him and say, hey, is it okay if Ray is with so-and-so? You call him, you time, hey, here tonight.
I let him know all the time where she's at,
every
what
single
she's
day?
doing, if he even cares to call.
So every day the babysitter,
he goes months without checking up on her. I have to beg him for $100 every week for her food. Acting like father of the year and shit. That's crazy. He had the option to come from Bahrain to Florida for her birthday, for her first birthday. Didn't choose that. Chose other bitches instead. Like, that's crazy, acting father of the year. And
so then when you found out it was Nicole, obviously you guys don't like each other. Probably made you pretty upset when you found out she was with Nicole because you're not.
No, I was upset. I was upset.
Then once you got to the residence, why? I'm still not understanding why you didn't call law enforcement if you believe that she was in the residence.
I feel like there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to knock on a door and have my child given out to me.
I mean, you can knock. You can always knock on any door in this community for any reason.
I mean, you see in the text, he even said, "What are they gonna do? What are the cops gonna do?" I mean, like,
you
I
could
was
have called
already.
us and found out, but instead you went to the house, you knocked on the door, and under 30 seconds, maybe even 20 seconds, you then began an attempt to force entry into the residence.
It definitely wasn't before 30 seconds, 20 seconds.
We have the ring footage.
Right. The ring footage, I rang that way after I was sitting there knocking on the door.
You rung it once, you knocked on it, and then you started banging on it, and then you started banging on the door, yelling obscenities.
You have footage of me walking up to the door.
Absolutely.
And it's been 20, 30 seconds.
And then you began yelling obscenities into the residence, then you began attempting to bang on the door and kick the door.
Okay, so what's your stance here? You're sitting over here like...
I'm just trying to help you.
I'm being so dead ass. A man with a balls trying to come at a woman who had her kid.
I'm trying to help you understand about why if I'm babysitting for a friend of mine,
babysitting is different.
Someone enters the residence and begins banging on the door, I would be in fear and not want any children, including someone I'm supposed to be taking. Okay. And then once he arrived...
He upset me in the very beginning by literally not telling me where my child was for hours.
Well, he was working, so he didn't reply. But
it doesn't matter if he's working or not. He saw me calling to deny my calls, saw my texts, and still after that, for a long period of time, he was withholding who my child was with because he knew that I did not want her with him. I'm just confused, like...
I'm trying to get all information and understand the steps he took and why, so we can make a reasonable assumption.
Yeah.
And then so you said once he arrived, he walked up to you.
Yes.
But
I walked away from the door and he walked up.
So you met in the middle.
Yes.
He didn't walk up to you. You walked away from the door. He was walking up to the door, and you met in the middle.
I came away from the door and he came up to me.
He went to go to his house, and you walked away from the door. You said he approached you, but if he's walked to his door and...
Yes. To grab my child that was at that door. There's nothing, no law, nobody's opinions, nobody's feelings that are going to get in between me and my child ever, what so be it. Take me to court, don't matter, I'll fight that shit. I don't care.
But what you
Charge me with destruction of property.
But what you originally stated was that you just opened the door and your daughter came out, so you walked up and grabbed her.
I never said that my daughter came out of that door.
That she came,
I walked
that
maybe
you saw her.
a foot into the door, maybe not even a foot into the door.
But you didn't walk.
And grabbed my child, put her on my right hip,
and
as he slammed me out the door, I came through my right side of the body.
You rushed the door, causing it to swing open and cause damage to the interior of the house. On top of that,
charge me for the house. I don't care.
All the while he's telling.
I will charge him.
When I asked you what he said,
so
every time I've asked you anything, you've been able to remember everything, except when I asked you what did he say when you were in the house, and that is the only thing you can't remember. What he's saying to you is get out of my house. You didn't allow
I said give me my kid.
And then he's saying get out of my house.
I said give me my kid. Do you have kids? You don't. Okay.
I do.
But you're not a mother. You don't understand that mother instinct.
Okay.
You have your wife in the house with you? Your kid's mother in the house?
Is there anything else you want to add to this? Well, there is no kidnapping.
Yes, there was. Holding my child hostage. I would like to press charges on it.
Okay. Well, the hostage is someone taken for ransom or in the commission of another felony. Your child wasn't taken for any felony offense or for ransom. They're being babysat by a family friend of the
No, it's not just babysitting. It's holding hostage against the mother's will. So I would like to press charges. Fine, go ahead, press charges on that then. Whatever you want to do. Let's get this shit in court, though.
Okay. There's nothing else other than nothing else you want to add?
Yeah,
anything that occurred that you didn't occur?
I would like to press charges.
Okay, for what?
For holding my child hostage.
Okay. This sign, camera back for me.
Arresting me? You're arresting me.
I'll explain everything.
For what? Are you dead ass?
At this time you're being placed under arrest for burglary with a battery ×2 and criminal mischief.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Really, Tyrell? This is shit you want to do?
Ma'am, please don't scream at our witnesses, and at that point you're intimidating a witness and a victim in a felony crime. That's another felony. So please don't talk to them when we walk by.
What the actual? You're such an asshole, bro.
I just have to go based on what I've been told and based on your statements and their statements.
They kidnapped my child!
Ma'am.
They held my child from me! Put me in cuffs?
This is the initial arrest.
Get the f off of me. You're being an asshole. Can you not hold on to me? I'm not resisting for shit.
I don't want you to run away.
I'm not gonna run away. Can you let go of me, though? Can you let go of my arm?
No, I cannot let go of you.
Thank you, Tyrell, for taking your kid's mother away from her.
Man, if you do that again, you're gonna get another felony charge. I told you 3 times already not to yell at the witnesses and the victim.
Such an asshole, bro. You really get paid for being an asshole? You think your dick bigger than that? Because you want to be an asshole?
Face that way when you talk on it. I'm doing my job, ma'am.
Yeah, and your job is f***ing up people's lives.
Nope, it's just...
It is, though. It is, though. Because they literally kidnapped my kid. You want to arrest me? I hope you sleep so good at night knowing you just ruined a child's life. Sitting there making calls of arresting me. Then they took my child. That's so crazy.
Step back here.
I'll sue the f*** out of all you, too. What's your name?
Deputy Dorsey.
Yeah.
ID number is 1007. It's going to be
Yeah, I'll remember that
in your
face
report.
and that lives.
Yes, ma'am.
Your stupid, ugly ass.
Now you're just being mean, ma'am.
I am being mean. Are you gonna arrest me for that and charge me for that too?
No, it's not a violation of criminal law.
That's you, because y'all literally use your judgment to sit there and arrest me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Leaving my kid with some dude who hasn't been with my kid for 2 years. She's not comfortable with him. You're f***ing ridiculous, bro. You're f***ing ridiculous. I work at a f***ing trauma-free facility.
I'll put the seatbelt on.
I'll sue the f*** out of you. Specifically,
You
bro.
gotta pull it across like a normal seatbelt.
Is it funny to you?
I'm not even talking to you right now.
You smiling though. You're such an asshole.
You're yelling
This
at
is
me,
why
ma'am.
people
You're not
hate
being
cops.
very nice right now, ma'am.
It doesn't mean to be very nice. You
And
have a
now
fucking
you're just
asshole
mocking
ass face. Don't you know that?
I've been told that before.
Yeah, because it's true. It's funny, right? Can't even unlock a damn seatbelt. Feel so smart.
Now you're talking to her, not me.
I'm talking to you because your hand is on it. I don't have nothing against her.
Alright, ma'am. Just watch your...
Your ugly